Fact: 70% of the Earth's surface is covered by water. Fact: 97% of all water on the planet is held in our oceans and seas. Fact: of the remaining, only 3% is considered fresh water. Fact: only 1% of all fresh water is considered drinkable. Fact: more than 6.8 billion people must compete for only 1% of the planet's water. Fact: 79% of San Diego County's water is imported.
Well, we're facing some serious challenges with regard to our water supplies.
With each passing day, we are learning more and more about just how precious water is. With each passing day, we realize there is less water for more people to share. In the year 2010 alone,
the state has lost 800,000 acre-feet. That, just to give you an idea of how much water that is, that's enough water to serve 1.6 million households for a year.
Drought, endangered species, increased population, all part of a diminishing water supply formula. There are few solutions that will allow more people a fair access to a limited supply of water. We all use less, we find more, or some combination thereof. While water is a finite resource, we in the San Diego area can have access to more water. We can tap an unlimited supply. In the poem The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, it is, "Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink." Poetic words that reflected a harsh and deadly reality for the early mariners who sailed our seven seas. But today, scientists can rewrite that 300-year-old poem. For us in San Diego, it could very soon be, "Water, water everywhere, and now it's ours to drink." How? In a word, desalination.
We're fortunate enough to live on the coast, so we have access to the ocean. And desalination over the last 10 to 20 years has become a cost-competitive water supply.
The process, however, is easier said than done. There are several ways to desalinate water. The first and the simplest method dates back to around 200 AD. The ancient Greeks collected seawater, generated heat with fire, or used solar lenses to focus the sun's energy to heat the water. The steam or evaporation was collected. We, however, are going to focus on the process called reverse osmosis. This is the same process the United States Navy uses to keep many of its ships at sea. In simple terms, seawater is pushed through canisters like this. Filters or membranes inside separate the water from the salt and other elements. The process requires a lot of energy and a lot of pressure. The steps are repeated until fresh water is produced. When the process is complete, out comes clean, pure water, sometimes too pure. If needed, some important minerals can be added back to the water. The brine that's left is returned to the vast ocean from which it came. A lot of science and technology there.
In terms of the quality of that water, it is very high quality water.
Reverse osmosis has been around for decades. In the early years, it was a very expensive way to produce life-sustaining drinking water. The cost per gallon ratio was high, not considered cost-effective for mass amounts, frankly because water was in abundance and cheap to import.
It's to a point now where it is very cost-competitive to desalinate water when you compare to the other water supplies that we're considering.
It is a solution much of the world is already adapting to.
The world's biggest desalination plant has opened in the Australian city of Sydney.
There is a long track record of proven and reliable water supply coming from desalination across the world.
The process works. Currently around the world there are nearly 13,000 desalination plants. Being able to meet a portion of our water needs from the ocean means the water is being produced in our own region.
The key there is those supplies are local, so they're not subject to out-of-region issues. In other words, we're in control of our own water supply.
Desalination means not just more water, but more water under local control. At the same time, however, desalination is not a silver bullet, but is designed to be a key part of our water solution. As you would expect in this day and age, there will be some controversy. Coming up in future editions of Water Solutions, more on how desalination can work to meet the water demands for residents of the Otay Water District. For the Otay Water District, I'm Leonard Villarreal.